I wanted to talk a little bit about what happens when you get served with a lawsuit. So when you get served, it's a summons is what it's called, and somebody will come to your house or your place of work and will give you papers. And it's very scary for people when somebody knocks on their door and they get papers from a courthouse. So first, don't be scared because you have some time, but it is very important that you do respond. So once you get those papers, you have 20 days to respond with the court. And what that means is you have to respond with the court. You can't call the person if you know the person who's suing you, or if it's a family case, if it's the father or the mother of your child, you can't call them and work out an agreement because that's not sufficient. You have to file a piece of paper with the clerk of the court in order to protect your interest. And in order to do that, you have to either go to the courthouse and go through all kinds of steps to figure out how to do that, or you can hire an attorney and they will walk you through the process. They'll get everything prepared for you and filed with the court. The time frame to respond is 20 days. It's 20 days from the date you receive the paper in your hand. And that's not 20 business days, it's 20 calendar days. So Saturdays and Sundays do count. So it's very important that you do respond within that time frame. If you don't respond within the 20 days, then a default can be entered against you. And what that means is that you've essentially defaulted and you have waived your right to make any arguments on your behalf. So if a default is entered and you've waived your right to make any arguments or contest anything that's in the papers that you received, the party who is suing you can win and receive everything that they've asked for in their complaint. So if a mother files a petition for paternity and asks that the father never see the child, and the father has to pay $700 a month in child support, and you don't respond, and a default is entered, then the mother can go to court and say, this is what I want, and nobody objected, so the court could grant her that relief. So it's very important that you respond, that you seek the advice of an attorney to know how to properly respond, so that way your rights are protected in that lawsuit. Because if you do not respond, you have no protection or any right to assert any arguments further in that case, and that could have a detriment outcome to the ending of your case. And it's very hard to fight against once a default has been entered. So the very beginning stages of a lawsuit are very important to contact an attorney right away to discuss your options that you have and the time framing for you to respond to make sure that your interest and what you need to assert is protected in that case.